Learning obedience. Me, Saint Germain, I read in a book which was published by Ascended Master Discourses, that you said that the first thing that must be learned is obedience. I'd like you to explain that please, because when you say obedience, I shudder. Saint G, hello, Sheran, I am Saint Germain, at your disposal. I would be most pleased to answer your question regarding obedience. Of course I must state that the one you must obey is God, for in your obedience to God, you are free. Me, kind of sounds like an oxymoron. Saint G, allow me to explain this further then. You are all aspects of God. You are all part of God. In the same way that your body is comprised of cells that each have either individual or collective function, you are all part of the body of God, which comprises the whole. As for obedience, I might suggest that this word has become maladaptive in meaning since the lowering of your frequency not so long ago. At one time, obedience meant simply to align with, to mirror the characteristics of, to choose to be as the one you were obeying. It meant a sympathy, an alignment with the one who is God. Your current understanding of the word obey is to allow domination of yourself or submission to others. It typically has a negative connotation, and obedience now is often carried out in a state of fear. As Ivo has stated, many of your words have been warped in meaning since your interpretation of them is from a fear-based state. You take the example of the word respect, which at one time meant an admiration of someone, but now means that you must not cross the person you respect, as in disrespect. So the meaning of this word is being morphed as your collective frequency lowers. Such was the case also with obedience. God does not dominate. God does not utilize fear in order to scare you into submission. If you love a God that does this, you are not loving God. To obey God in the manner that I had intended was simply to learn the rules with which God exercises dominion over himself, and you being part of that self. God has certain qualities and it is your task to align with these qualities. In doing so, you know yourself more and you know God more. Also, as your frequency rises through the higher states of consciousness, you know more exquisitely the meaning of the words that had held lower meaning in your lower states. So when I say you must obey, this means you must learn to know God, because in doing so, you are free to be the wholeness of who you are. It is quite simple. Yes, understand that many of your words have changed even over the last century, to take on more negative meanings. Add to that the number of words that have disappeared from your lexicon and you see cause for concern. Words are what one uses to express their frequency in the physical state. With a smaller lexicon, your expression shrinks and your frustration begins to mount. You are at a very low point in this process now. There is so much emotional repression that it is stored and comes out at whatever opportunity presents itself. Thus you have your road rage. So many of you are embarrassed at your thoughts and emotions, yet you don't realize that you are far greater than these thoughts and emotions and that they are a minuscule part of your total expression. Go within to find yourself and see the dynamic energetic being that you are. Connect with the part of yourself that does not require words to express itself and understand that your life on earth is only a fraction of the wholeness of yourself, and you will understand the greatness of who you are. Me, thanks, Saint Germain. Going inside is great, but yes, it is nonverbal. Saint G, it is, but such a wonderful journey. I am at your service always, and for today, I bid you adieu.